This man has a serious compulsion. He must never make physical contact with strangers. He can't step on a crack in the floor. He must chain the door 5 times every time he comes home. And turn on the lights 5 times in a row.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Gloves are never used a second time. He always had a cupboard full of soap. He washed it in boiling water and threw it away, until he washed his 3rd bar of soap, and his quirks didn't stop there. He also had a harsh and venomous tongue. He disliked the world and the air. That's why he hasn't had a single relationship at his age. He doesn't even have a friend to talk to. However, such a rare species, but he has an excellent writing ability. He has not only finished 61 romance novels, and all of them are bestsellers in the market, but even so, he still hadn't found the meaning of life, until a puppy came along. That changed his dull and tasteless life. Because the neighbor's dog was peeing on the ground, Melvin threw it down the garbage chute. Soon the neighbor, Simon, realized the dog was gone. He saw Melvin leaving. He asked him if he had seen his dog. But not only did Melvin make fun of him for being gay, and humiliated his black boyfriend, Frank.
I thought it was the name of that colored man that I've been seeing in the hall.
Frank heard such discriminatory remarks. He was instantly enraged, and if Simon hadn't stopped him in time, he would have beaten Melvin up. But it wasn't long before Simon found out the truth from the housemaster, and he came to Melvin in a rage. But before he could say anything, he got a lecture from Melvin. He warned him not to delay his writing. Then he closed the door with a bang, leaving a stupefied Simon where he was. But when he was ready to resume writing, there was another knock at the door. Melvin was so agitated by the noise that he went mad. So once again he appeared with a grim look on his face. He was grabbed by the collar and dragged out. Frank was not as good-natured as Simon, and knowing Melvin's weakness for eccentricity, Frank approached Melvin with his arms wide open, and he was so scared, he hid in the corner and screamed. In addition to his obsessive-compulsive disorder, he was also very resistant to contact with strangers. Frank saw that it worked and warned Melvin that he would never touch Simon again, and not to touch his pets. After Frank left, Melvin went back to being his annoying self, and he walked down the street with a strange gait, because he didn't want strangers to make physical contact, and to avoid stepping on the cracks in the pavement. Melvin arrived at the restaurant suddenly serious, and walked up to a couple, and gave them a stern talking to. Melvin didn't sit down until they left. He had made this seat his own. He would never allow anyone but him to sit there.